Hi everyone, welcome to the shack or the living room. I just thought I'd do a quick video on the November edition of Radio User magazine, and the reason for it is because I've written another article which has made the front page, which has only happened a couple of times actually, so that's really good. And you can see some images of a Texan PL880, Belka DX, Texan PL330 and the CC Crane. Now, at least one of those radios definitely isn't mine, but point is that I was asked by Georg, the editor, to write an article on ultralight DXing. This kind of reprises an article I did maybe a couple of years ago about basically listening to the radio when you're traveling. But this time it's kind of more of a receiver review. So this is basically taking a group of radios that potentially would be a good fit for ultralight DX, i.e. they're portable, taking them out, attaching a piece of wire to them or using the internal ferrite and comparing them to one another, and then looking at performance ultimately as a function of price. And the cheapest are around about £40, and the most expensive I think was the PL880 at around about 200 or just under. So this was an interesting thing for me to do. I have to apologise actually to Georg because I was seriously late producing this article. In fact, I was about 3 months late, I have to say. So, but I've already apologised for that. But that's what happens. Work, it was so busy. So there you go. The other radio in this group, of course, is the Texan. Sorry, not the Texan. The XH Data D808. So these are all my radios, and the two Texans, and also the Belka DX, which is obviously completely different to the others. It's much smaller. It doesn't include most of medium wave, just the X band, I think, or 1.5 kilohertz up, and of course is a little bit more difficult to use in terms of its ergonomics because you have to access menu systems, etc. Whereas with these radios, you basically don't. But ultimately, this article is about comparing the performance of these radios, sensitivity, selectivity, that kind of thing, overloading, whatever, and deciding which one's the best based on, how much they cost. And they've all got significant benefits. Some have got some disadvantages. My thanks to Martin Butera in Argentina, because he provided some dialogue on the CC Crane CC Skywave. There he is there, because I don't own that model. And so yeah, it was interesting to write, but it just took a long time. So basically I define ultralight DXing because I felt that was necessary. I think there's sort of ambiguity as to what is ultralight, but simplistically it's just about going out with a portable radio. And then a review of each individual radio, just a kind of brief summary of the pros and cons of all, and then basically going into their performance. So looking at cost, using the SINPO signal kind of code to as the kind of method for rating various stations on shortwave and on medium wave, and then kind of my summary and conclusions. I won't share any more than that because obviously I want you to buy the magazine and read the article. In fact, someone's already read it. I was told by WH Smith that the print version of this was delivered yesterday. Got my copy, and but I think someone on the channel on Oxford Shortwave Vlog commented that they read it and really liked it before that. So I don't know whether the digital version for download is already available. It may well be, probably is actually. I'm sure that is available before the print copy. But there you go. If you like portable radios, and as you know I do, this is quite an interesting way of comparing their performance on shortwave and medium wave. I'm seriously thinking about the H501X, the Texan's new kind of flagship radio. And the reason I'm now seriously considering that is because I haven't bought a portable for a while. And there's no sign of the new Eaton E1, the re-engineered original E1, appearing anytime soon. I still can't believe I owned one of those and I actually sold it, but that doesn't appear to be arriving anytime soon. So I think probably this Christmas I'm going to buy myself an H501X. I'm not necessarily expecting the performance in terms of sensitivity, etc., to be much different to the PL880, and I know the PL990, there's not much difference, but I know it's a radio that interests a lot of people, so that'll probably be the next portable that I buy. So anyway, if you can all go out and buy a copy of the November edition of Radio User Magazine, read this article and everything else in it. It's a really good edition this month. I'm not going to go into it in any detail. Don't want to give the game away, so let you guys buy it. But I'm already thinking about another article. It's only in the sort of planning stages, and I need to be a bit careful because last time I seriously let them down because it was seriously late. But the editor, Georg, is a lovely guy, and was more grateful to have finally received my final draft than anything else. So my thanks to Georg for that. I keep saying it. There are not many printed. There's not much printed media supporting our hobby. There's this and the WRTH, and not much else. So obviously, Practical Wireless for ham radio. So I'd urge you to go out and buy it, and I'm sure that you'll enjoy it. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and 73.